Hey there, this is Holly, and this is a photograph of my friend's son that I'm going to use as an example to illustrate how to simplify the shapes, values, and colors that you see in a scene or a photograph in this case in order to translate that into your painting. I once had an instructor who said, painting is easy, it's the seeing that's hard. I often tell my students to squint at the object that they're painting in order to simplify the values, the shapes, and I think some people have more trouble with that than others. I'm using Photoshop Elements here, and I'm going to show you how I do this in Photoshop Elements to make it a little more clear. First of all, I am going to resize my image, resize the canvas in order to create a palette. So I'm going to make my width a little wider, just in one direction. And this gives me a little area over here that I'm going to call my palette. Okay, the next thing I'll do is go to the filter drop down, and under Artistic there is a selection called Palette Knife. This will open up in a new window and give me the ability to adjust the size. But what I like about this filter is that it breaks down all of the colors and values into little notes, what I call color notes, or dabs of paint. You can adjust the stroke size, make it bigger or smaller, whatever suits your needs. But to me, this illustrates to my students how to simplify the shapes, values, and colors. I'm going to back it up just a little bit to make the color notes a little bit smaller. And again, we have no detail here. This is just breaking things down and simplifying them. So I'm going to say OK to that, and it will change my image here. Now at this point, what I like to do is, and especially with skin tones, and I'm going to kind of work in this area here so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to take the eyedropper tool and select the color notes. And then over here to my paintbrush, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And this is where I'll put my palette of colors. Okay, select another one. Eyedropper tool. Paintbrush. That one was so close to the top one, I'm going to select another color note that's going to be a little bit different. If they're real close, I usually just skip it. Yeah, that's a little better. And what this does is creates a palette of colors that you need to mix. You can go over, you can print this image, and I would recommend printing it on photo paper or good quality paper so that you get some good true colors. Regular copy paper is not going to give you a good idea of the values. Okay, select a few more color notes just to give you an idea. That one's just a little bit lighter, warmer. But just looking at the real image, you may not notice. I mean, look at that gray that's in there. It helps you to see the colors and values that you need to see. Once I get all those color notes onto the side on my palette, I will print it out and use this to mix my colors. I usually do a section at a time. I might do, just the skin tones first and then the background, breaking it down so that I have, you know, a palette of colors and I can work in that specific area. On the next video, I'm going to show you how then to mix this color to be exact. So tune in to the next video, and I hope this helps, and happy painting.